Kathie J.
Woo! Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, I did a woo, everybody. Welcome to the Kathie J Show. I'm Kathie J. Thanks so much for hanging out with us this half hour. You know I love hanging out with you, so thank you for also continuing the conversations that we have on this show on our social media. I just love reading all of them. I love the support as well. So I also want to remind you we got a YouTube channel, so please go and subscribe. Click like and like our YouTube channel. And also anything you might have missed, KathieJShow.com. All right, everybody. Today in honor of Women's History Month, we're closing it out with a true boss, everybody. She built her empire. She literally did that, everybody. She's a public speaker and the first black female car dealership owner in Colorado, the owner of Gojo Auto, everybody. Please welcome Amanda Gordon to the show. Yay! I'm so excited you're here.
Thanks for having me.
I was with you. We met 2 days before this show premiered.
Yeah.
And we sat down on the couch, and Amanda just comes over and she goes, "So how you doing? How you doing?" And immediately I just started crying. Like you just have this effect on
That
people.
Oprah effect.
You have an Oprah effect, absolutely. So tell everybody, where did you grow up? Tell us about your family.
So I grew up in California, Sacramento, kind of the armpit of California. You know, people think, oh, LA, that's the only place in California, but there's more.
Right.
I grew up.
Yeah, keep talking.
I grew up in Sacramento, California.
He's got to turn your mic on.
He's gonna turn my mic on. Sound check, one check.
It's okay. Tell me about your family. You keep talking.
So that's my mother, who's actually from Panama City, Panama, and that's my dad, who's from Houston, Texas. They met in Sacramento. He was in the military, and then I was actually born in Biloxi, Mississippi.
Wow.
On Keesler Air Force Base. We were there until I was like 1, and then came back to Cali.
Okay, all right. When did you head out here to Colorado?
2001.
Okay, were you
Between 2000 and 2001.
with them or as a young adult?
With my mom. My mother worked for the government, and Colorado actually has the second largest Fed center. Second only to DC off of 6th Avenue.
Oh, I had no idea that was that big.
Yeah, it's pretty massive.
There's a lot of feds in Colorado, is what you're saying.
A lot of feddies, yeah.
So you came out here with her.
And then when I came, to me, Denver was kind of like a cow town.
Yeah, for
right?
real.
It slowed me down a little bit, but I always had that hustle mentality.
Your mic was on, and now my phone is ringing. This is embarrassing,
This is how
everybody.
today's
I love
going.
live TV. I warned her. Today is a weird day for me. Somebody must have done a doll and buried it in my yard. Everything is weird.
You're getting pricked. You're getting pricked by a little voodoo doll.
But we will persevere,
Yes, we will.
Amanda.
Yes, we
okay.
will.
Okay. So yes.
So I moved here in between 2000 and 2001. Kind of took off running, hit the ground hustling, and just being a little wild child, if you will.
I get that. I get that.
Unconventional methods.
Right, you're doing your thing, and so
yeah.
then you decide, you know, I think I'm going to be a regional manager of the Gap.
That's exactly right.
What did you want to be? Sales manager? What did you want to be?
It was regional director, Kathie J, because Gap was all the craze, right? You remember long and lean jeans.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And their denim, and they had the best ad campaigns. And being from Northern California, Gap was a big deal.
Yeah, for sure.
The puffer coats.
So
and
you
all
were
that.
like, this is my future. I'm
This
going to
is
Red
the
Rocks
dream.
College, community college. I'm going to be that
I did
manager.
orientation. I was so excited to get my foot in the door, and then from there it was zoom.
Right, obviously, you
Right?
take off, right?
Yeah, and so I was working at the Gap at Southwest Plaza, and this lady by the name of Kenmara Hughes came into my store, and she was like, "Don't even try to sell me your denim. I'm not doing it.
I don't want the long and lean.
I'm not here for that." It took me roughly 2 hours. She left with 3 pairs of jeans, and she said, "You need to come work with me."
Because you sold her on what she
I
didn't
sold
even want
her.
when she came
Yeah.
in.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right, and
Oh,
where
yeah.
did she work?
She worked for Honda, Planet
Okay.
Honda out in Golden, Colorado. Lee and Olga Payne.
So that's how you head over to Honda. That's how
Yeah.
the dealership world started for you.
Yeah.
Okay, when we come back, we're going to get into more of her leadership. We also have to show the picture of your son, and we'll be right back.
Kathie J.
The Colorado Lottery is an official partner of the Kathie J Show. Colorado Lottery, play on.
Kathie J.
Welcome back to the Kathie J Show, everybody. Joining me today is the first black female car dealership owner in Colorado, Amanda Gordon. Ooh. So Amanda, okay, so before the break, we were talking about your family and how you were working at the Gap and stuff, but we didn't get to your son. I wanted to share that picture of your son. So everybody, this is Cash.
That's Cash.
Is that really the car you got him?
That is really the car I got him.
Okay, you know, Amanda, we all are supposed to have POSs for our first car, so we learn the hard truth of being on the road.
But he's the brand, right?
Right, and you care about your brand.
I do care
so
about my
he
brand.
lucked out, is what you're saying.
He did get lucky. And he's one of one. I only have one
You have
child.
only one of one, so-
if he had multiples to compete with, I don't think that would happen.
Okay, right.
Honda Civic, here we come.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
Nice
a
and
98
reliable,
Honda
Cash.
Civic, yeah.
All right, so so you're working at Honda. Ken finds you at the Gap, okay? And she says, I want anything. You sell her on what she didn't want. She says, come work for me.
Yeah.
Did you know anything about cars?
Well, I knew how to drive a manual transmission. So
That's
as
good.
far
That's
as
a
I was
win.
concerned, I was a race car driver.
You sure were. Right, you were pit stop Formula 41, absolutely.
I was.
Okay.
And my boyfriend in high school drove a Honda Civic, and he was like in a car club with Honda.
Okay.
So it kind of was a perfect match. It was a little bit serendipitous because I knew the different trim levels with Honda.
Okay.
Like EX, LX, DX,
That
et
helps
cetera.
right there.
Yeah, and so I was ready to hit the ground running. That was all I needed.
Okay, so you're doing it, and you said you liked the energy of the car dealership.
Yeah, it was
a lot of us
fast-paced.
get in there and we start feeling like, oh my God, what's happening? I just feel like it's not trustworthy in here. I don't like this feeling. You got in there and was like, my home.
Yeah, all the energy and the action.
Yeah, you loved it. The buzz.
I was at home right out the gate.
That's
out the
awesome.
gate.
And
Yeah.
so you start working your way up at Honda. Is
Yeah.
that what happens?
Within a year, I was a finance manager, which is the person after you spend the hours negotiating with the salesperson.
Then
you
I go
to
spend
a
hours with
different
you.
Office, yeah, and you come see me, which is like a highly coveted position. I was a manager, if you will.
Yes, and you were young.
Oh God, 21, 22 by this time.
Is that just because you were that much of a hustler? You were like, put me wherever I am, I'm going to hustle.
I could sell.
But yeah.
I could sell.
And
Yeah.
did you know you had, yeah, you did know. You sold that lady the Gap pants.
I did.
Now, your parents also knew that you were meant for something so much more, right?
Yeah, particularly my mom, growing up, there were multiple stories where I had kids in elementary school doing some things like picking up a picnic table and putting it in the shade because it was too hot.
Yes,
And my
which
mom
I
would
think
get a phone call.
should be awarded.
Yeah,
Right. But the
leadership of the year.
school was like, we like the fact that she can convince kids to do things,
But no.
but that she can't be moving
yeah,
furniture.
She's on detention now.
Okay, so as you're so you've always been a natural born leader.
Yes.
So you find your way into the dealership where your leadership is really taken off, and now you're a finance manager. All right, and so tell me about the fun side of being at the dealership, because you always hear there's some good money.
So the car business is a very forgiving industry. It doesn't take an extensive background of college degrees and certifications. You get your sales license, you start selling cars. So
Yeah.
it's got a very interesting group of dynamic personalities that come from all walks of life.
Yes.
And we just sell cars.
Yeah.
It's not rocket science. It's not brain surgery.
Right.
Take care of the
Right.
customer, sell cars as many as you can, as fast as you can.
Exactly.
A lot of cash involved, a lot of partying involved.
Okay.
And it's fun, it's fast, it's sexy, it's cars, it's crazy.
Exactly. So you found yourself kind of at a point struggling with sobriety.
Yes. Oh
Okay.
yeah. Well, I struggled with sobriety from 13 years old.
Really?
Yeah, but I just didn't really know it was a problem.
Okay.
Until
You had money
4 or
to
5
really
years ago.
you had money to support
right
it.
to support it big time.
Okay,
Yeah.
this photo as you celebrating 3 years sober, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. That
That's
was
awesome.
November 20th.
Just recently. Okay, so that's what I want to talk about, everybody. Amanda is 3 years sober, but the real turning point for your sobriety happened November 20th of 2018.
Right.
Yep. Okay, and when we come back, we're going to find out exactly what she heard. She heard the calling, everybody. We'll be back.
Kathie J.
Oakwood Homes is an official partner of the Kathie J Show. Oakwood Homes, building happiness.
Kathie J.
Okay, welcome back to the Kathie J Show. This half hour, everybody, I'm so honored. We have Amanda Gordon here. She is the first Black female car dealership owner in Colorado, but you're also a public speaker. You do so much trying to help the community. You're an amazing woman. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me, Kathy.
Part of your amazing story is that you feel that the rewards came once you gave in and became sober.
Yeah,
Tell
for
me
sure.
about that, the calling that you heard.
My dealership being an owner with my dealership and my sobriety are parallel. I submitted my license to become a dealer on August 24th of 2018.
Okay.
November 20th, I was on a jog in a neighborhood by my mom's house, and I was like, come on, God, is this going to happen? Like,
Yes, you reached
this is
that
really
point.
gonna change my
Right.
life? Yes.
Let's do this, God.
Let's do this. It's been 6 months or however long is this happening, and I heard a voice that said, I'm going to give this to you, and it's going to be great, but you can never drink again. And I had struggled with alcohol and drugs since I was 13.
Right.
Ninth grade in high school. And I had tried to quit multiple times, but for some reason that voice just stuck, and I said, okay. And one of my girlfriends who I knew had been sober, I won't mention her name, but she was showing a house. She had an open house, and I jogged past her sign.
Just happened to be right there where you were jogging
right
by.
there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I jogged to her open house, and I said, I can't do this anymore. I'm done. And she took me to a sobriety meeting, and I've been sober ever since.
Yes, Amanda, yes. Yeah. And then what happened 4 days after you made that commitment?
Oh my God, I got my dealer's license.
Yes, that's awesome. Okay, so that means you're able to start the dealership.
Yeah.
We have accepted you into this pristine
Very
club.
exclusive, if you will. Yes.
And then how many cars did you start with on the dealership?
I started with 6 cars.
6 cars?
A blue Honda Civic, a Mitsubishi Outlander, a Dodge Charger, a Cadillac SRX, a GMC pickup truck, 2004. What was number 6? Ford F-150.
Dang!
Yeah.
And how many employees?
1.
How come that means so
Alejandra.
much to you to remember all those? Just because it was so much a part of...
You know, I think it's different when you start grassroots. When you start with nothing,
Yeah.
You just remember the golden era. We started in a very small office that was only 600 square feet. The microwave and the refrigerator were in the sales office
Yes,
with
right.
the kids' waiting room and the TV.
Don't touch that.
Yeah, whoa. And
Right.
and it just, I never want to forget those moments.
And so where are you at now? How many cars and how many employees?
Oh gosh, close to 70 cars and 12 employees.
Yes, that's awesome.
And 3
Congratulations.
offices, yeah.
And 3 offices. Okay, so in the car dealership world, I always think that, it's a very intimidating place for women. And you yourself found that, when you were going to conferences, when you were representing as the sales lady hanging out, you realized, wow, there's no minorities here. There's no women.
Right.
Why do you think there is a disconnect between women and minorities in the car world?
I think because still statistically sitting at the head of the table are the average car dealer is a 74-year-old white man.
Absolutely.
And that's 85% of dealers.
Yeah.
So when people are looking for someone to take over, they usually look at someone that looks like them.
Yeah, that makes
right?
sense,
And that's just
right?
human instinct. And so when these people are looking for their replacement, they're not necessarily looking at the fly light-skinned girl
Right,
ready to take
exactly,
over.
right,
Right,
ready to take
they're looking
charge.
at someone that looks like them. So being able to step in and say, hey, I can do this and I can thrive, it changes the narrative.
And you kept saying that to the point. What is this award for right here?
Oh, that's those are my WOCAN sisters. So August of 2021, we created WOCAN, which is the Women of Color Automotive Network.
Yes.
That's Erica Wells. She's a sales manager for a Volkswagen store in Indiana. That's Patrice Banks of the Girls Auto Clinic. It's an all-female mechanic shop that also does your hair, nails, toes while you wait for your car to get serviced.
That's awesome.
In Philadelphia. And that is one of my dearest friends, Carrie Wise, who is director of marketing for AutoFi. And then there's me. We won the Lighthouse Award for being a catalyst of diversity within the automotive industry. And that was at NADA 2 weeks ago in Vegas.
Yes, that was awesome.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
that was cool.
That's got to make you feel good because
It does.
what you saw, one of the reasons why you wanted to get through the door is because nobody had done it.
Right.
And then you get through the door and now you're winning awards. What is your future? What do you want for the future?
I just want to make Gojo as big as it can be, because I want to broadcast the message that women can be successful in automotive. They can have a work-life balance.
Yeah.
Because there's multiple different levels in the industry. There's design, there's engineering, there's mechanics,
Marketing.
there's marketing,
Yes,
there's
right.
sales, there's retail, and there's ownership. I'm not the person that says everybody's got to be a boss, everybody's got to be an owner, but give it a try. Take a risk. Do something different.
Yes.
Because women are very successful. Women actually outsell men 11 to 8.
That's crazy.
I know.
Outsell men for cars.
Yeah, for cars.
That's
As
crazy.
salespeople. Mhm.
And you never see women on the lots though when you go.
It's very rare.
It's very rare. There's 10 guys and 2 women.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's one that speaks Spanish.
Yeah.
Right.
Very
But not
select.
on your lot. How many saleswomen do you have on your lot?
Oh gosh, my staff is 80% female, 90% minority.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I actually have to intentionally
Find a white
look at other
person.
things. You said it, not me.
I could do it.
She said it.
I said it, not you. You know what though? You know what else I love about you is the way you build the company. Your reputation is extremely important for you at Gojo Auto.
Very much so.
Yeah, like to the point where you care about the cars that you bring in and sell.
Yes.
Yes, and you are independent car dealership, meaning they're used cars.
Right.
So they're all makes and models.
Right.
That's a crazy world because a lot of cars out there are falling apart.
Yes.
So where's the responsibility lie for you?
So just multiple levels of inspections, making sure that we are putting out a good product, because my biggest fear is I'm standing in the center of Whole Foods with avocados and bananas and somebody goes, "You sold me a lemon."
Yeah, right.
And-
I know you.
Yeah. Or, I sell a lot of cars to my Cash's friends,
Yes.
and, neighbors and doctors
The
and
community.
friends and lawyers, our community. And I'm at a lot of different events, and that is a huge fear that someone says, you didn't help me and you said you would.
Right.
You said I mattered, but I don't.
And you know what? That is what you never hear come from the owner of a car dealership.
Right.
So thank you, Amanda. All right, when we come back, everybody, we're going to talk about some more things that Amanda's doing to change the face of car dealerships. We'll be right back.
Kathie J.
Ramos Law is an official partner of the Kathie J Show. He's a medical doctor and a lawyer. Ramos Law, what makes us different makes us better.
Kathie J.
All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the show. You're going to love this answer. I was talking with Amanda. She is the first Black female car dealership owner in Colorado. So much that you've done. You're a public speaker. You do a lot for the community. But during the break, I was like, I didn't ask you, what is Gojo Auto, the name of your car dealership? What does Gojo Auto mean?
So the G-O is Gordon, my last name, and the J-O is Johnson, my mother's last name.
Okay.
My mom actually came up with the name. I wanted it to be Amanda's Amazing Auto Emporium. Why is that funny?
That's what I was laughing at in the break. I'm sorry. Where would I have bought my car from?
Amanda's Amazing Auto Emporium.
Makes total sense.
It's an emporium.
Isn't that a place on Colfax?
Oh. Is it?
No, it's not. I'm kidding. But that's so. I'm glad you went with Gojo Auto.
Yes,
Very professional.
yes,
because
very
your
much so.
goal is to have these nationwide.
Yes, absolutely.
And then get into actual brand names of the cars. Because right now you're independent. You have all different cars on the lot.
Yeah, there is the opportunity and potential for becoming a franchise.
Gojo Auto Honda, Gojo Auto
Toyota.
Toyota, Gojo
Toyota.
Auto, Gojo Auto Kia, Toyota, right?
Toyota. Yeah.
So it's very important to you, Amanda, that you have come through the door, as well as now you want to leave the door open for other women to say, don't be scared of the car dealership industry.
Right.
Because there's so many different places you can go in it.
Right.
Where does someone start, a female? Does she just walk in one day and say, I want to be here?
I think it depends on where their heart is in their career, as far as if they want to be marketing, engineering, whatever. A lot of the OEMs, which are the manufacturers, General Motors, Toyota, et cetera, they have job applications and opportunities no different than Safeway.
Yeah.
So
right.
if you go online and look at General Motors and see what type of positions they have available, apply.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing's holding you back.
And that's why she's a public speaker, everybody, because her message is definitely, you go and talk to the youth, you talk to your son's friends, you talk to everywhere, women's groups to say, believe in yourself.
Right.
Speak more about that.
Right. I think as women in particular, we don't have as much confidence as our male counterparts.
For sure.
I know dealers who have zero experience, male dealers have zero experience in the car business, and are like, well, I just opened it up because I like cars. Women would never do that.
Right.
I had 18 years experience when I opened my dealership.
Right.
Right. And so there's a lot to be said that when we put our all into something, we're successful. So just take
Welcome
a
to
risk
the
and give
Kathie
it-
J Show,
Right,
everyone.
hello.
Yeah, amen.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
So just take the risk and give it a chance. You
Yeah.
owe it to yourself.
That's exactly right. You're made for more. You know that you're designed for more, just
Right.
like a good car.
Right.
So your chance of your goal of changing the old car dealerships.
Right.
It's about what? The process of when people come in from start to finish, they're what with you?
Really the experience, right? First, when you walk in, it doesn't look or feel like a car dealership. Mainly because of the representation and how we treat our customers.
Yeah.
They are family because they are our community.
Yes.
Right? And so the experience in and of itself is different. It's like nothing out there. And when our buyers leave, they always say, it doesn't even feel like I bought a car.
Exactly. And then they come back with their friends and their
Uh-huh.
family and everybody else.
Yep.
Absolutely. Everybody. So Amanda Gordon, one more thing she does, she also have Operation Hope.
Yes.
And briefly just talk on
So
that.
Operation Hope is one of the community partners that we work with. A lot of minority, underserved communities have financial literacy disparities.
Yes.
So when our buyers come in and they don't know anything about credit, we send them to Operation Hope, who does financial literacy training at no cost to them,
Yeah.
which I think is better than credit counseling or credit card.
Yeah, no, because it
whatever.
changes the behavior is what
It
we were
does.
talking about.
It
Okay,
does.
everybody. Yay, Amanda Gordon, everybody. You can find her at gojoauto.com. Thank you.
Thank you.